Warning, warning. Two idiots are reading the SCP files over the intercom. Please cover your ears and await further instructions.
Hello, welcome back to Discovering SCP. We are back. I don't know.
Yes, we are. Hello. If Tan's mic sounds slightly funny, we're trying something. We're experimenting with ways to get the typing sound out, so I've had him put his mic in his drawer. So if it sounds bad, you can blame me. It's my fault, but I'm just trying to experiment with ways we can get rid of it.
It sounds so good, just don't blame him.
If it sounds good, give Tan any credit. If it sounds bad,
my child will have a good mic. My child will type. Yeah.
Well, we'll eventually find a way around it. We're in the future, one day when we're good podcasters,
someday,
to make our sound really good. My dad was telling me we were at brunch. He was like, "You know what you should do? You should get into that voice acting stuff. You know, people who like read stuff." I'm like, "Well, I actually do read my friend's web series." And he's like, "Yeah, but when are you going to make your own thing?" And it just like hit like a dagger in my heart, and I was like, "Oh God, fucking damn it."
Where's Darnell for your space?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, when am I going to make my own thing, right? But we also... did I tell you about this already? About the One Piece?
It's real?
So, I'm watching the One Piece live action with my dad.
I did see this, yeah.
Yeah, I tweeted about it. And we're at brunch, and my dad's like, "Oh, we got to watch more One Piece soon." And I was like, "Yeah, we do, for sure." And I can never tell how much he pays attention when we watch something together, because it varies. So we're just like chilling. Then my mom starts like going off about, you know, mom stuff. She's like, "Oh, do you remember to get your tires out?" I'm like, "Yeah, blah, 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 whatever." And then like she's in the middle of talking, and my dad just goes, "Monkey de Luffy." I just start fucking losing it, and then he starts losing it, and she's like, "Don't interrupt." And I'm like, no, let him cook. Like out of nowhere. Like my dad is clearly autistic as fuck, and he doesn't know. It's so funny. He's just like, "Monkey de Luffy." She's in the middle of talking. It was so funny. What about you? Any news in Tanhoney world?
Nothing significant, I would say. I've just been keeping on. I'm at a nice, happy, steady place, you know.
Yeah, you're doing so much better at the new job. I can see it in your cheeks and in your eyes.
You can see my cheeks?
Yeah, I have a fucking sniper scope pointed at your window.
That's a lovely red shirt you're wearing.
The only thing I've mixed up recently is, so my hair, I've been growing it out for a while, because I always wanted to grow it out when I was younger, didn't, blah, blah, blah. I've been growing it out, but my bangs kept getting in my eyes. I didn't want to cut them, because last time I went to get my bangs cut, the barber, or whatever you would call it, the stylist or whatever, was like, just so you know, if you want your hair to grow out, you have to just let it grow. And I kind of got like shamed low-key for cutting my bangs when trying to grow it out, so I've been leaving it. So I got some hair bands on Amazon, and I put them on, and I kind of like the way it looks. You know what? It looks a little bit like. Do you remember Tracy?
It's a look.
Yeah. Do you remember Tracy from Pokemon?
Yeah.
That's the look.
the Tracy drip.
Yeah, it's not an amazing drip or anything, but I actually kind of like it. I feel a little confident in it. It feels like because I don't usually do anything with my hair, both out of laziness and time. Like I don't usually style it, very rarely. So whenever I don't bother to style it, when I can just do this instead, it like actually feels like I'm putting some modicum of effort in, and I really like it. And it's made me want to start like dressing better in other ways in my life too, because I don't normally think about that. I've always just worn what's comfy. I don't really buy my clothes. I get them from other people. But I've been thinking about trying to dress nicer, thinking it might help with confidence and like, you know, going out. I think that it could be the move. What do you know about fashion?
I'm not a fashionable person. I wear a shirt and pants, and that's good enough for me.
That's what I do. I wear like sleeping pants and sweatpants to work every day and like a t-shirt.
Oh well, no, I don't do that. Hold on, maybe our standards differ.
Yeah, I wear sweatpants like everywhere, bro.
I wouldn't
like
dream
shorts
of it.
when it's warm.
I wouldn't dream of that.
You don't like sweatpants?
Jeans or dress pants. If it's work, dress pants.
What? Why? Do you not like the texture? Or is it like a standards thing?
It's just a standards thing. It's not appropriate.
What?
It's not appropriate for work.
But like, what about in public?
Why would I wear it in public?
Why are sweatpants not appropriate in public?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
Would you classify me as someone who doesn't take care of themselves if you saw me in sweatpants in public?
I don't know. It depends like what else you're wearing. Like, what's a shirt like?
T-shirt.
What's the shirt situation?
Usually I just wear a plain t-shirt. Like,
well, I might think like you're on your way to the gym then, so I wouldn't judge you in that case. But if I knew for a fact that you were on your way to the gym, then I might look down at you.
Really? This is a new thing I'm learning because now I'm like, do other people feel this way? Have people been judging me this entire time?
I mean, like, there's situations where you would wear sweatpants in my mind.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Take a look at this, by the way. This is unrelated entirely.
What is this? The judge shakingly asked, what compelled you to murder all those innocent children? I answered, all babies go to heaven. That's so fun. Alright, well, we're not here to talk about my sweatpants any longer than this.
What's your thoughts in the comments? What do you think about sweatpants?
Yeah. Apparently, I've been judged this whole time. There are tanhonies in this world, I imagine. They're all over the place. These British people. What are we reading? How many we got today?
We've got 3. I don't know if we'll get through all 3 because Sue is a bit lengthy, but maybe we will.
3 what?
3 articles.
3
I don't know if we'll get through all 3, but I have 3 prepared.
This guy doesn't even say 3, count 'em 3 anymore. It's so over.
I'm sorry. 3 articles. 3 articles. It's a factual podcast now. No thrill, no frills, no whistles.
All the joy in his heart is gone. Ever since he found out I wear sweatpants. It's over.
It's like The Sims. You said that to me like 2 minuses in favour of my head. It's like, Doobie-daboo!
Doobie-daboo! Alright. Why don't you give me...
Jedi.
That's a really good fucking Sims impression.
It was meant to be Watto from Star Wars.
They're basically the same thing. Alright, give me a link. Linky link.
Soy.
Call me The Legend of Zelda because I need link.
So this is SCP 7160. D is for Dermatology by Jack Dragon X.
Ooh. Jack Dragon
X. The re-release.
Okay. This looks really long, Tan. It's taking me a while just to scroll it.
Well, that means we'll have content. That's what you wanted, right?
Oh, Lord. I think 3 is... even 2 is going to be optimistic.
Well, I had 3 prepared, and every time we're going through all 3.
Alright, let's do this. What's this one called again?
This is called D is for Dermatology.
Okay.
It's another one of the anthology.
Oh, it's part of the alphabet ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
This is my favorite Sternritter D for Dermatology. When he thought it should go, well, let's just say it was quite the battle.
Real quick, there's a content warning I'm trying to read for the channel, but it just points to the, X, cancel my vote button.
This article depicts graphic displays of self-harm, mutilation, and body horror. So if you don't like that stuff, maybe don't partake. If you love that stuff, then buckle up.
If you love mutilation.
If you love graphic displays of body horror, mutilation, self-harm, and I got the article for you.
They say graphic displays, but I scrolled the whole article and it's only text. So how graphic it's only as graphic as my imagination allows it to be.
I can rotate it, but I can imagine anything.
I can't. I could barely get the faintest outline of an apple, maybe.
I'm like Baki. It's like Baki where I can imagine so hard that you feel it.
I tell people about this, they don't believe me. I don't hear my own voice in my head. I don't see things. Everything I think is the same way I read. It's just words and I know them. But I can't visualize in my head. I can't visualize space either, which is why I'm terrible with directions. It's a deficiency of sorts.
I couldn't be me.
Couldn't be you?
No. Well,
do you hear yourself narrate stuff in your head? Are you I'm going to get this apple in your head?
Well, not all the time. It's I can get it going if I want to, if I need a second opinion.
Is that who really writes the stories? The Tanhoney in your head?
There's only...
Not the one on the outside? He just starts narrating shit, and you're yeah, keep going.
It's hold on. It's don't take him lightly, Tanhoney one.
Wait, you'll credit me, right? Of course, exterior Tanhoney. I love that, the idea of people, they have the exterior version and the interior version.
Person, it's just my mission control.
Yeah. Interior Tanhoney's on the bed, kicking his feet up in the air, on the phone, talking to exterior Tanhoney.
No, it's I can picture once I'm consulting with him, he's a shadowy figure behind me, Shadow Dio. He's don't take this situation so lightly, my other self.
Oh man, but we have to read an article.
Absolutely, we're forced to contractually. Let's get to it. Notice from the foundation. Let's be honest, we're reading one article today.
Yeah.
Notice from the Foundation Records and Information Security Administration. The below documentation is no longer valid following several recently applied changes. Personnel with access to this archive file have been asked to contact their supervisors immediately. We'll update documentation when it's available. The SCP's anomalous properties are still under investigation. Maria Jones, director, research. Maria Jones is a fucking workhorse. She doesn't delegate anything.
She is literally like the only person in that department. I like the idea that she's like, I'm the director, and she's the only person.
She's an intern.
It's just her.
You know what when I see a spooky SCP article, you know what I gotta do?
What?
Crack open a cold one.
Ooh, should I get a drink too?
What I've got is a Coke, so it's not beer.
So not a real cold one. You're a fake.
It's cold. It was in a fridge. What do you want from me?
Alcohol is what I want from you. I want to see Drunk Honey on podcast.
I've tried to show you Drunk Honey, and you did not wish to see him.
No, you showed me Drunk Honey
I showed everyone Drunk Honey.
7 p.m. on Twitter, and joining voice calls and being like, I'm sorry. I need Drunk Honey on a podcast episode, live.
It's impossible. There's no way.
It would be hilarious. Could you imagine then your family finds it one day, and they're like, Tan Honey, we need to talk about you and alcohol.
And I'm like sweating, I look behind me and Shadow's Honey is there, like, it's time.
Who do you think told them? Just imagine you're like a little kid growing up in Shadow Honey at the foot of the bed, like, Papa, I need dinner now.
Sign up for the SCP Wiki.
Just whispering in your ear as you're asleep. Kill everyone. Alright, were we reading an article?
Absolutely, in theory we were, yes.
Okay,
special containment procedures.
I don't know why I cleared my throat when you're the one reading.
SCP-7160 is, by all available metrics, terminated. Pack up, guys. Records containing evidence of the anomaly, including but not limited to letters of employment, archived tax forms, and government-issued identification, are to be redacted from all public databases. Minor amnestisation of the SCP's immediate family and close contacts have been authorised to ensure further secrecy of the Foundation and its directives. The previous phone of the SCP has been confiscated from local law enforcement and remains under the custody of Site-119's forensics team. It's currently being monitored by one designated data custodian who is responsible for logging all individuals who interact with the device. That is a cushy job.
Ooh.
Oh,
must be nice.
Wish I was me, man.
Data custodian. What are you doing? Just like deleting lines?
Well, I mean, from what I can tell, you're a guy with a sheet of paper, and when someone interacts with it, you put down their name on the sheet of paper.
That's so good.
In the event of unauthorized access, subsequent lockdown must be initiated to apprehend the offending persons. As the SCP's anomalous properties are still poorly understood, Foundation's agents have been authorized to apprehend and detain any related persons caught excessively biting or scratching themselves.
Shouldn't that be Foundation agents? That's going to be a point, Jack Dragon.
Hey, you're not Darnell.
Yeah, I am. I'm Demon King.
Shadow Darnell.
Well, I don't have a voice in my head, remember? I killed him long ago.
Imagine
killed him when I was a young
it
child.
in a monologue and killing it.
You know how like sometimes people are like,
I absorb like the center of your mind.
Well, no, I'm thinking like people are like, I absorbed my twin in the womb. I absorbed the Shadow Darnell.
You absorbed your subconscious.
I took all his nutrients.
So I no longer have subconscious. Anything that exists without my knowledge exists without my consent.
Oh my god, that's kind of hard.
I stole it.
That's like Aetheral Space Villain of the Week number 87's line.
Description.
All right, yeah, go for it.
The SCP is the corpse of a 24-year-old male identified as Darnell. No. Identified
John McAckler.
John McAckler. Sounds like a Garfield character. On 22/07/09, the SCP was submitted to the Geneva Health Institute after sustaining life-threatening and self-inflicted injuries across his body. Specifically, the SCP experienced the following: deep lacerations across both arms, open wounds along the lower torso and waist, dislocated left ankle and complete avulsion of the right foot, bleeding gums, Murphy, and extreme jaw damage indicative of excessive teeth grinding, first-degree burns along the outer jaw and neck, severe poisoning caused by multiple chemical and cleaving products, empty left eye socket with torn optic nerve hanging limply inside, avulsion of the nails on both hands and remaining toenails.
So just to be clarified, this is prior to its termination.
Yeah, he was
alive. Always a corpse. Okay. Oh wait, no. So the corpse is because it's terminated.
I think so. Yeah.
I was assuming because it says SCP is the corpse, so I think it was always a corpse, but it's been destroyed in some way.
Well, this is actually what happens after listening to one episode of Discovering SCP. Emergency operations were enacted to save the SCP's life, however, it was later declared deceased after 16 hours. While the cause of death is undetermined as a writing, I don't know, I think there's some clues up above. Maybe the deep lacerations across both arms, the open wounds.
Could have been.
Yeah, I've got some suspicions. While the cause of death is undetermined as of writing, anomalous influence has since been presumed following the recovery of the SCP's personal phone. Addendum 1, Forensic Report, phone notes. Shall we popcorn these?
Yeah, of course.
So you go first and I'll take over from there.
I still don't fucking feel better, Shelley. You remember how you told me about all those breathing exercises or whatever? Or that little toe-clenching trick you had me do whenever I felt the urge to scratch? Yeah, those tidbits of yours. They did absolutely nothing. Dude, fuck you, she tried to help. What an asshole. I just had to rush myself to the ER for a second time this week.
Why did you make me rush myself there?
You ass. It's your fault, Shelley. They took one look at me and rushed me inside for treatment. The doctors were picking scabs and dead skin off for hours before lathering me with enough lidocaine to paralyze a horse. Said that if I scratched any more, I'd be shredding into the literal bone. Look, I understand you're just trying to do your job, and I know you're not my doctor, but can you please do something about this, Shelley? I'll make sure to schedule another appointment.
It's like a video game. It's like, you fix this bug.
Alright, you next, right?
Hey, Shelley, I woke up this morning to a 3-inch millipede crawling inside my mouth. Damn. Imagine to see that getting that.
Fucking Sekiro-looking ass.
I'm infested. I've got the dragon's blood now, Shelley.
I've got the dragon's blood, Shelley. Can you fix this?
Ashina must be preserved, Shelley. I could feel its shell swishing around in my spit, and the dry taste of wriggling little legs crawling across my tongues. I actually felt like I was going to retch when it started rubbing across my gums. I had to rush to the bathroom and puke everything out. I also managed to grab some Semet pesticide in case I needed to hose something down the sink, but of nothing came out. Just retch and mucus, like always. I'm sure I have the vomit caked outside my mouth still, but frankly, I don't care enough to clean it. Giga Chad. It's not worth standing in front of a mirror trying to scrape it all off. After all, the last thing I want to find is a temporary apeworm inching its slimy body inside my eye somewhere while I wipe my face.
What's this article called again?
D is for dermatology.
Ugh. This is so gross. This is a gross article. Shelley, I really can't take this anymore. I am constantly suffering. My coworkers keep telling me to stop biting my nails at work, and they won't stop teasing me and saying that it's not hygienic or whatever. They just don't understand that I'm doing it for a reason. But it's whatever. At least the nurses stopped giving me weird glances after I started coming in for burns instead of scratch marks. Speaking of coworkers, I've had to add another few days off from last week's schedule. Everything was fine until I saw the fire ants crawling underneath my skin. It got so bad that one of the security guards had to restrain me with handcuffs again. Still, I managed to get the rest of them off me with a bit of biting and some uncomfortable wriggling. I think their guts are still stuck in between my teeth somewhere. This is yet again another reminder to give this to you when I see you again. I know you'll take care of me like the angel you are.
Here's the thing about all the other therapists I've met. They don't know shit. I mean, they literally tried telling me that writing about this all would actually help. About how addressing your problems can help you fight them and whatever. The real generic shit, right? And you know what? I was ready to believe that garbage too. I mean, I know they just wanted to help. And I just wanted nothing more than to stop the itching and to finally wake up without blood seeping down my arms. Those motherfuckers lied to me. Of course, it's not that simple. I still wake up to the same feelings and urges I've always had. I swear it's inescapable now. I can't even so much as think about feeling of random urges swat away spiders crawling up my legs or a fly going inside my nose. That's not even including all the time I've looked through my clothes and saw the countless fleas and ticks nesting in the fibres. This can't continue. I have to do something about it.
So what I'm getting is that there aren't actual bugs in it, but he has either some anomalous effect or some sort of mental illness that makes him believe they are, and all his injuries are from him trying to get them out.
Yeah.
Ugh. They're inside of me again. Why do they never stop? It's biting me. 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 This is something SCP does a lot, and the first few times it was kind of cool and effective, but I feel like it's like an overdone trope now where it like repeats the same words like 80 times. I see it like every other article now, I feel. It's like, I'm not going to keep reading all those.
I can't keep writing anymore. I'm way too stressed and tired. My body won't stop aching anymore. and the stairs keep getting worse. I have to talk to Shelley again. She knows me so much better than everyone else now. Scheduled appointments to coolguy69469420 @gmail.com.
I'm guessing that was the Mr. Yeah, it is.
From Heartland Counselling and Resilience Centre, automated. Subject, appointment confirmation. Hello, Mr. McGackler. Congratulations! You've been booked for another session with one of our specialised counsellors. We know you two will go far together. Please verify the following information for us. If you notice an error, please reach out by either giving us a call or responding to this email. Date, 2022-06-12. Time, 6 p.m. Counselor, Shelley Lee. Reason for visit. There are tiny little insects crawling down my esophagus and burying tunnels inside my organs. The claw marks are getting worse, and I swear nobody else seems to understand. They don't stop existing just because you say they're fake. We hope to see you there.
I love that voice you're doing. I don't know how to describe it, like car salesman or something?
Yeah, that's it very much.
It's so good.
Displaying previous history. I'm not going to read the preamble to each one of these. I'll read the actual messages. That's okay. Each one is preceded by Heartland Counselling appointment update. I need Shelley. I'm sorry, that's not bro. I'm just thinking, like, if SCP-7160 was on WhatsApp.
me looking... Shelley.
I need
I'm almost
Shelley.
bleep that out. Ooh, I needed Shelley.
I feel...
Somebody told me there were bugs under my skin. Oh, I
Good thing I'm a gourmet. Like, what are you doing? They just put bugs in you. I'm like, splendid. My body is a kingdom.
Protein.
What if, like, there actually were ants inside you, but you're like, I must shelter the weak within me. These are my new Makaba.
That's literally, there's a Ben 10 villain that is basically that. Then he can control them.
I went to read it in the comments, but I was doing I needed that voice.
Like, his whole backstory is like, everyone is mean to insects just like they're mean to me, so I let them live inside me and then they help me because we're friends.
That was sweet. I feel them again. They're in my ears. I swear there are bugs in me. Nobody understands. I'm hurting myself again. Please call me ASAP. Can we do this today? You told me wrong. It's more than a checkup. Are you free this week? And we've got some voicemails. Do you want to read this voicemail?
Sure. And they're all to the Heartland Counselling Resilience Center. Hello? My name is John, and I was hoping I could maybe get a hold of someone about my upcoming appointment. I know you guys listed down someone named Raheem as my counselor, but, well, I was hoping to change that to Shelley. Sorry about how I think Shelley asked to not be his counselor anymore. Sorry about all this. I fat-fingered when I was making... Oh, never mind. I was making the selection on the screen. Big hands, you know? Anyway, thanks. Oh, if you need to reach me, you can just call this number again. Or email me, I guess. Alright, bye. Hi, it's John again. You know, the guy that keeps scheduling all the appointments? I was just wondering when a good time would be to fix my little error from before. I know you... Sorry, you all keep trying to call, but it's just difficult to respond sometimes.
There are ads in my phone, you see.
Anyway, I don't know Raheem, and I don't think it would be a good idea if I saw him. Please call me back. Hi, John McAckler here. I saw that someone made that change like I asked. That's great. I appreciate it. Oh, please excuse me. Alright, Beck, he just left the phone on? Fucking asshole. Sorry, I had to make a quick trip to the bathroom, you know? Not to pee or anything. No, this is the worst human being.
He's struggling. This is a struggle.
I don't want to be in the same room as this guy. Just to make sure I wasn't scratching too much. It's the reason I've been trying to get in with you guys again. This is awkward, sorry. I just wanted to see if Shelley was around. She was going to help me, thanks. Popcorn.
Hi again, this is John. Are you fucking kidding me here? Look, I've been calling you guys like 5 or 6 times now. I know you ever reach out. What's the deal? You guys can't just keep calling me at like 2 p.m. anymore. That's a very reasonable time to call, I would say. I understand you all probably work 9 to 5, but I'm busy dealing with problems that I can't even fix on my own. It wouldn't even be that bad if you just picked up your phones, but no. I have to keep fucking suffering until somebody calls me back. Look, I just need to talk to Shelley, okay? I'm absolutely sick of all asking. All I need is someone who understands, someone who gets me. I'm not trying to be creepy, okay? I just need help from someone. Hi, this is John. I'll be in at 4 tomorrow. I expect a supervisor when I arrive.
This is like, I'm trying to remember. There was a story I read in college. What the fucking name of it was? It was a short story. Hang on, let me see if I can Google it. Short story. I'm a neural upset a therapist. I can't remember. But the whole thing was like this person and like how twisted and like upset and hateful they were towards their therapist for like not always being constantly available, or other people like when they would try to help them but they like were just saying not the right words or whatever. And I just remember reading through that and like how like in its own that their own head they were, where it was just like lashing out at people that are just trying to help, and like that it isn't their responsibility. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now from this character.
Yeah,
like,
very dependent.
you know, that's what it's like for some people with like mental illness. Like you really get down in the weeds, but it's just like it's like when you're really far gone. You know, it's hard to read, but it's really good. Yeah.
Do you want to be John or do you want to be Shelley?
I want to be Shelley.
Okay. Sorry, give me a second.
No worries. Take your time.
Is it okay if we recorded this for my sake? I mean, for the Bioshock.
Oh, we're doing the log. I thought that was you as Tanhoney's sake.
You actually said the line as well.
That's amazing. Of course, whatever helps you, John.
You're like, yeah, we are recording it, Sam. It really would. I thought you were ad-libbing because like you said something different for the first half of that line. I was like, oh, he's adjusting it.
No, sorry. I thought that was just you. I'm so sorry. It's you. Did you say okay? I think I have everything.
Oh yeah, it's me. Okay, I think I have everything.
You sure?
I think so now.
Okay, great. Heard you had some trouble reaching us. I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay now. I mean, I'm pretty mad still, but it's fine so long as I actually, speak with someone.
Well, I appreciate your patience then. I was looking at your record again, and I saw that you scheduled this because you were feeling your symptoms again. Is this correct?
Yes, you're right.
Looks like you were given some medication by your doctor. Have you been taking it?
Yes, Shelley, I have. And I'm telling you it's not working.
That's unfortunate. Would you mind telling me how it's not working for you?
How? What do you mean, how?
I'm just asking a question.
How do you not see them? They're everywhere now.
Can you point me to where exactly? Maybe if you can show me.
I am showing you. Right now. Look, I'm even scratching them off.
John, please take
just look, Shelley. I'm telling you, they're right there.
John, I don't see anything.
But I do.
I understand that. And I'd like to help, but I need you to try and calm down if you want to continue.
I'm sorry.
That's quite alright. It's why I'm here. Let's take a quick break, okay?
And log. That's me when I finish up in the bathroom.
Begin log.
See when you enter the bathroom. Thank you.
It's me taking a poopy.
Thank you, Shelley. I really needed that.
Not a problem. Like I said, it's why I'm here.
So you can't see them either, right?
No, John, I can't. And I won't be able to.
Because they don't exist, right?
Let me ask you a question. How do they exist to you? What do you see when they appear?
I see there's many things,
Such as?
Well, often I see ants, large ones, with big, meaty jaws. And sometimes I see spiders and worms as well. Really, worms only appear in the light right underneath my eyes.
I see. Does it hurt?
Sometimes it does. I guess it just sort of depends.
It depends. Would you be able to elaborate on that?
I don't really know how to explain it. I guess it just depends on my mood or what I'm seeing. Spiders hurt the most, especially when they, bite down.
And is this separate from your injuries? Are you feeling this pain even in spots where you're not hurt at?
I don't know.
I see. Do you see them?
Them? The insects, like right now?
Yes.
Well, not really. It's hard for me to find them when I'm actively looking sometimes.
Oh, I see then. Sorry.
Not to worry.
Let's go ahead and pause again for a minute and see how you're feeling when we come back. And log.
That's me when I finish up in the lumberjack's cabin.
Begin log. That's me when I plant a tree. I can tell you're bothered. Would you be able to explain why?
Explain?
Only if you're able to.
I mean, how about you live a life where everyone tells you that your mind is wrong? I mean, seriously, everywhere I go, everything I do, it's always the same. I know my reality is real, and I know what I see aren't just these illusions that everyone makes them out to be. I've never not been able to trust my eyes, you know?
I understand.
And then one day you wake up, and people tell you to ignore all of that, and pretend like nothing's happening with me. It's frustrating.
And it's exhausting, right?
Yes, you're exactly right. I'm tired, Shelley. I'm tired of having to attend these appointments, of making notes in my phone to keep my thoughts away from the slugs and centipedes crawling up my nose. It's there.
Oh?
Right between my index fingers. Do you see it?
Describe to me exactly what you're seeing.
It's big, about the size of my palm, and is brown, clings to the side of my finger.
Mm-hmm.
It has 2 massive pincers in the front and 4 legs around its abdomen. It's crawling.
A beetle?
No, it's far larger. I think it might be a...
It's okay, John. What were you about to say?
I think it looks like a water bug. Shelley, please help me. I'm begging you, please.
Don't worry, John. It'll be alright. Give me a moment, okay? There's a shuffle, followed shortly by the sound of a drawer opening. John gasps as shuffling is again heard over the microphone. Alright. Go ahead and point me to it. Is it right here?
No, it's a little more up. I mean, stop right there.
I see. Is the mirror catching it?
The mirror? I mean, yeah,
This is what I'm seeing right now, John. And I promise you, there's no bug there. Do you see a water bug in the mirror?
It was just... No, I don't see it anymore. I can't believe it. You just... How did you do that? Cured. Instantly.
You just have to have a mirror at all times? Oh, man. She did it. She saved him. Alright, we have some text messages. Same roles.
Hey, Shelley, this is John. This is the right number. Right?
Hi, John. This is the correct number. Sorry for not giving you the correct one earlier.
Oh, God. It's okay, LOL. Thank you for your help today. Whatever magic you did, it really worked.
That's fantastic. Have you taken your medication?
Yeah, I did as you asked.
Great. Please let me know if you need anything else.
I actually do need something.
How can I help?
That thing you did, how did you know?
Know what?
That it would disappear, I guess.
Are you asking about the mirror?
Yeah.
Well, John, in truth, I didn't. I had no idea what would happen.
You didn't?
Not at all. Well, I'm glad it helped you nonetheless.
Is there a more permanent solution? For the insects, I mean. It would make it easier to sleep, LOL.
The medication will help you with that, so long as you're
I really did take it. It's just, IDK.
Please let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, John.
Okay. Hey, Shelley?
Hello, John.
Sorry, I know you're not working right now. It's just something on my mind.
Oh, God. He's so needy! Leave her alone! Let her live. I could never be a therapist, bro. If someone started texting me at 9 p.m. like this, it would be over.
What would you say? Would you do something heinous?
I would be like, I can't do this anymore.
Oh, I feel
and then I would kill myself in front of them, changing their life forever.
That's not for long.
That's quite alright. How can I help?
Back in our session, you asked me something. I never got to finish my answer, LOL.
Oh, about how exhausted you were, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell me what's on your mind. Just know that after this, we'll need to schedule another appointment if you need to discuss this further.
Yeah, I know, LOL. Sorry, but your company kind of sucks when it comes to scheduling stuff.
John, please, what was your answer?
Oh, she's pissed. Oh, right, sorry. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to say that, like, IDK, it sucks being the only one who feels that way, you know?
I can understand that feeling. There's a lot of people like you, and a lot of other people who feel that way too.
Yeah, I guess, IDK. Having someone who can bridge that gap and help me, it's all I want. Question mark?
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Leave her alone! I'm glad this SCP is terminated.
Imagine he starts doing, like, anime, like puts fingers together.
This is the only saving grace of this article is that I know this guy's dead already.
Well, come on, he's got ants.
Let's try and keep the rest of our conversations in the office.
Okay, sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. I fucked it up. No, he doesn't say that.
Me?
Hey again.
Hello, John.
Look, I know you said we should keep this in the office, and that's fine and all, but I just felt bad. I wanted to say sorry.
Thank you for your apology. It's fine.
Okay, good. Are we still good for this Saturday? I got a lot on my mind again, LOL.
I will need to check with my schedule.
That's okay, LOL, but seriously, thank you. You have helped me tremendously.
Not a problem.
Do you have a place for reviews? Can I give you a review? A Yelp
you can
review?
review my company.
I'm looking 5-star review for your therapist.
If you want to leave something about me, that's fine. I can't stop you from doing that. Oh!
Okay, cool, LOL. No biggie. Just wanted to show my gratitude and appreciation. Give you a 5-star for, being 5 stars. Winky face. Sorry, that was stupid. Please respond.
Oh my god. John, I'm going to have to ask you to kindly stop texting me.
Okay. Shelly, please respond. They're back. The bugs, they're here.
Something tells me the bugs aren't here and he just wants to talk to Shelly. Have you taken your meds today?
Shelly, I'm telling you they don't work. Oh my god, there's so many. Please, Shelly, I need your help, please.
Our appointment's not until tomorrow. Can you wait until then?
No, Shelly, you don't get it. It's bad. I don't know why that made me laugh. It's bad. I swear. I'm not meaning to laugh. It's not laughing. It's not chuckling. I just imagine, wait, as the answer coming.
Oh my god.
I swear I just blinked and saw a bunch of termites disappear from my glass. I'm scratching myself to the bone now. I need your help right now. I'm going to die.
John, if you need emergency help, please contact the police. I can even do it for you if you want.
Why? So they cannot believe me? Shelly, please bring your mirror and come to my house right now. I promise it will be worth it.
John, please stop texting me.
That's a very weird
serious.
thing to say. I promise it will be worth it.
John, please stop texting me. I'm serious.
Shelly, I'm begging you, please. I can feel them digging into my cheeks. They're tearing apart my toes. Please bring your mirror. Please.
I'm contacting the police right now. They can help you.
Shelly, why do you keep refusing? I thought you were supposed to help. Don't you understand? I'm in pain right now. Help me. Help me.
I'm blocking this number. Please do not come near
You
me.
fucking cunt. Is this how it is? I knew you were a lying scumbag. I swear you will regret this.
Jesus Christ. Alright, can you read the video recordings log?
Absolutely, I can. Jesus Christ, it's a long one. Begin log. That's me when I start chiseling a log away to make a statue of the Buddha.
That was the worst one
I wasn't ready. Recording begins with the camera on top of a dining room table. 2 chairs still pushed in, somewhat obstruct John McCackler as he paces frantically from one side to another. He stands in front of a sofa and TV currently playing the Channel 16 news. No audio can be heard. John whispers frantically as he continues pacing for several seconds. He stops mid-step. Another mutter, followed by the words, Shelly, that's one word, before he grabs the temples of his forehead. John mutely yells in apparent pain as he begins to profusely scratch his arms. Ragged marks appear along the surface of his flesh. He remains frozen in place as the bare and scarred skin becomes red from the friction. Blood likewise begins dripping down from his elbows onto the floor. He wipes sweat off his brow before stripping his clothes. First the shirt, then the pants, and finally the undergarments. After another brief moment of struggle, he stands nude in front of the camera. Along his upper torso, several jagged cuts and bruises are visible. Severely bleeding human bite marks on the left and right thighs are also visible from this angle. John retreats behind the camera and remains there for 34 seconds. He soon returns with a chef's knife, a metal fork and spoon, cleaning, disinfecting a large pot of boiling water, and a pair of slip-joint pliers. He haphazardly throws them across the floor and looks back at the camera with a wild grin. He mouths another comment before retrieving the chef's knife from his side. He holds a sharpened blade towards his left wrist. He smiles before sliding the knife across, cutting a deep laceration to the skin and tendons. Please go back and read the trigger warning in case you didn't hear it the first time.
Yeah.
He tips his wrist towards the floor as blood begins to drip and flow into a pool beneath. Would you dive in?
Yes.
What the fuck? John cackles. The bleeding continues. He makes another cut on his opposite arm. The blood pools further. Would you jump in?
Yeah.
As John grabs the fork and spoon on his opposite side. Not the spoon. Oh god, not the spoon! That's what he's going to do with it. He breathes deeply before plunging the spoon into his left eye. He rocks his head backwards as the spoon pierces into the damaged sockets. He twists and yanks the spoon out, causing both viscera and what remains of his eyes to fling onto the table. He then turns towards a fork, poking the edge of it underneath his index fingernail and quickly pulls backwards. No! With a fork? The fingernail snaps off effortlessly, revealing bare and bleeding flesh beneath. I hurt my fingernail the other day and I didn't realise until I went to the bathroom my hand was just covered in blood. I was like, what? I was like, did I black out? Whose blood is this?
That's always the worst. Or like when you're scratching your leg and all of a sudden it's bleeding.
And then I'm like, blood manipulation, slicing exorcism.
No worries.
What? What do you mean, no worries?
Oh, sorry. I got mixed up because someone DM'd me like apologizing for something, and I got the two things mixed up in my head.
And you said them saying no blood exorcism shit.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I said blood manipulation, slicing exorcism.
Viscera pink.
Despite the apparent pain, John grabs the pliers and holds them firm towards his toe. He continues clamping down before inexplicably twisting the pliers, causing the big toe to contort and dislocate at a 60-degree angle. I'm going to be real with you, I don't think this is going to kill the ants.
Yeah.
He reels backward once more, pausing briefly as he drops the pliers onto the floor. He begins to speak, but the camera cannot discern anything beyond him mouthing, "Drown." Oh my god, do you hear the Happy Mask salesman?
Oh.
He grabs the boiling water sitting nearby and pours it along his face and upper torso. Hot steam races about his body. His arms writhe in pain, but he does not attempt to brush the water off. John can now barely be seen in the video. Nothing occurs for approximately 30 seconds as the steam dissipates. John remains motionless in front of the dining room table. Suddenly, John begins smiling again. His teeth, which can now be seen on the camera footage, are stained red with blood. He utters another phrase before only Shelley can be discerned. John frowns just as the video camera falls down. Recording ceases abruptly.
And long.
Addendum 2. Update. On 2022-08-01, Foundation scientists were able to perform a complete autopsy of the SCP. 1 week later, on 2022-08-06, a subsequent report of the anomaly's corpse was logged and stored within the site. While this report does confirm several key facts about the SCP's death, several other discoveries were also uncovered. Can you read this bit?
Yeah. Dr. Collins, excerpt from SCP-7160 report. The body itself, among its other injuries, also possessed its own unique peculiarities. For example, when we extracted different tissue samples for identification, Dr. Radhurst and I discovered the presence of several small and distinct markings along the inside of the skin and various internal scrapes along the cranium. Speaking of the skull, deeper scans of the body's skeletal remains found large, vacant tunnel systems terminating at nearly all points throughout the hands, feet, and open orifices. It appears the added marrow and calcified shell of the victim's hollowed bones seems to have created the perfect ecosystem for whatever may have been living within. Additionally, after penetrating the hypodermis, we saw that the regular fluid filling the interstitium was completely drained. While ordinarily this may be the result of rare genetic circumstances or severe external damage, this particular case is not believed to have resulted in any structural abnormalities to the body. Rather, analysis of tissues in the surrounding area has since been found to contain a nearly invisible chitinous dust in its place. Oh, are these like the anti-mimetic dinosaurs but bugs or some shit?
Well, I think it's just that he had bugs, but because of this, only he could see them, so they were real.
Oh. Do you need me to keep going?
Yeah, I'll do that after. Following the SCP's autopsy, another investigation through its smartphone was initiated. Upon further analysis, the Foundation researchers confirmed that the last application active on the device was Google Maps, which was currently en route to Shelley Lee's personal residence. Furthermore, a new message notification appeared upon device startup, the contents of which have been attached below.
John? Hi, this is Shelley, with Heartland Counseling. Would you be able to call me ASAP? I don't know who else to go to. I can't stop itching anymore.
No.
I think he cursed her because he gave the bugs directions to her and was calling her name out. I think they're going after her now.
Damn.
That was a really good one. Have my upvote, Jack Dragon. 12 out of 10. What about you, Tan?
I would agree. I've also already upvoted. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I don't really have much more to say about it than that, because this one was more of a vibe-based horror than a story-based, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I liked it, and I really liked following that sort of route with you keep seeing John, and you can understand where Shelley's come from, and he's making her deeply uncomfortable, and he's definitely being a little crazy, and then you find out it's real, and you're like, oh shit.
I actually thought that maybe the idea, like, the twist was going to be like that the therapy place knew and was like fucking with him intentionally. Being like, what are you talking about? There's nothing there. But no, it seems...
Well, we knew there was going to be something going on, or it wouldn't be involved with the SCP Foundation. Yeah. But I wasn't sure how that would manifest either. I thought maybe you're right. Like, it was her, and she was, like, trying to get him to keep going back. But then when he started getting creepy with her, I was like, no, that can't be it. What's going on? It's pretty good. All right. We have a little bit of time. Are any of the other ones you have prepped pretty short?
Let me have a look. The next one is... It's not huge, but I don't know whatever. It might be a bit too long for... Actually, no, we should be able to do this. This should be fairly easy.
Okay.
It's SCP-7179. E is for Eternity, by Calibold.
Yeah, so it's not that bad at all.
Let's get into it. We've got a little picture of a desert island here.
Ah, and I like Calibold. He's nice.
Nice. Item number, SCP-7179. Object class, Saphe. Special containment procedures. As the SCP is unable to access or witness through non-anomalous means, containment is not required. Pack up, guys. Go home.
We're good.
The SCP refers to an unknown number of cubic extra-dimensional spaces, measuring approximately 10 kilometers on each edge. Upon any human's death, the consciousness is transported to an instance of the SCP, where they will physically remanifest in the same state as they were upon death, except in perfect health. Based on limited observation and experimentation, there are no known cases of human death where the consciousness does not appear in an instance of the SCP. This is a universal afterlife.
Oh, okay.
Aside from insignificant differences between each of them, instances of the SCP are functionally identical. Each space is an oceanic environment with a single tropical island in the centre. The environment of the space...
Real quick, I'm so sorry, it's totally unrelated, but this, when you mentioned the afterlife, wasn't there something you wrote or someone wrote about the afterlife involving the Fae? What was that?
It wasn't... Well, I wrote an afterlife, it didn't involve the Fae necessarily.
It was like a cave or like a forest or something?
It was a forest, yeah.
Yeah, what was that again?
It was called, like, Mu or something. I don't remember what I fucking called it.
Yeah, send that to me later, because I want to find it.
It's so bad, I don't remember any of my fucking SCPs.
That's because you write too many.
I don't do child support for my SCPs.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your process is a little different than most people, which is like, you have an idea, you bang it out in one day and put it out, and then you're done with it. Whereas most people kind of like tinker with theirs for a while, right?
Well, yeah. I think about it a long time before I actually write it, but I write it very quickly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the environment of the space remains at consistent temperature, one which is of adequate comfort to the deceased individual. Furthermore, SCP instances never display stormy or otherwise violent weather, and the sun perpetually remains directly above the island, leaving it in eternal daytime. As there seems to be no natural wind in the SCP, there is no natural water activity either. Individuals attempting to leave an SCP instance simply end up at the opposite edge of the same space, with the SCP acting as a functional omnilock. Additionally, the passage of time within the SCP is highly inconsistent with that of baseline reality. Plant life in the SCP bears several different species of edible tropical fruits. Other fruits of unknown species are also present, which are anomalous substances such as alcohol, methamphetamine, and cocaine. Animal life includes several varieties of tropical birds, butterflies, and a few instances of domestic pigs. On the coast of each island is a beach house, which contains various amenities and furniture for sustainable living. Each home is home to up to 3 human beings of sexual preference to inhabitants. These beings similarly bear no will of their own, are completely loyal to deceased, but otherwise are completely identical to normal humans.
Can I make a prediction?
Yeah.
Because so far this sounds nice, and we know it's not something that really needs to be contained. And we know it's called E for Eternity. I have a feeling, I'm calling it now, that it's going to be like showing like the slow decline of someone going crazy from like living too long, because like death, you know, the whole idea of like death gives life meaning and no one's really meant to live forever, and like immortals being sad, and we're just going to see like an example of someone go absolutely like nuts and like completely lose it or like totally dissociate after X number of years. That is my guess. I'm locking it in.
Let's see. Injuries suffered by humans within the SCP heal at a normal rate, although death is impossible. Seemingly fatal injuries are thus recoverable, albeit quite painfully. Addendum. The Department of Tactical Theology was able to fully observe and instance the SCP using the experimental Intelligent Soul Interface construct, Dante.isic, that's a badass name. The construct is mimetic in nature and fuses with the consciousness via the noosphere, allowing data to be relayed back to the physical world. The opposite, transferring data to the construct or the deceased, is not possible. Dante.isic was covertly applied to Paul Hiddleston, a 34-year-old man diagnosed with untreatable brain cancer. Hiddleston perished shortly after the contract was applied, and his consciousness was transported to the SCP.
I get it, because, like, Dante's Inferno, like, going into the afterlife. Ah.
Let's get into it. Arrival. Hiddleston arrives on his instance of the SCP. He's standing next to a small beach house. Three women appearing to be in their mid-20s walk out the house to greet him. After gaining his composure and becoming accustomed to the SCP, Hiddleston finds himself comfortable and begins to engage in frequent pleasurable activities such as eating, drinking, drug use, and sexual intercourse. 2 years. Over time, Hiddleston starts to drink and partake in mind-altering fruits with much greater frequency, more than any other activities. 3 years. Hiddleston starts neglecting to eat at all for considerable periods of time. He occasionally attempts to converse with a woman on the island, but is frustrated by their lack of agency or individuality. All they know is eat, chart, chip, and lie. 5 years. Hiddleston ceases his former activities altogether, spending much of his time wandering the SCP. 6 years. Hiddleston becomes panicked and attempts to leave the SCP, building a raft from one of the island's trees. Each time he reaches the edge of the SCP, he appears on the opposite side. After several attempts, Hiddleston collapses in despair for multiple days until he regains his composure and continues his prior activities. He went from "it's so over" to "we are so back" so quickly.
Well, so quickly as in a year.
Yeah. 7 years. Hiddleston uses the wildlife and plant life on the island to begin pursuing culinary activities. He constructs basic farms and pens to keep and breed animals. His mental state improves as he continues to develop his skills.
Hell yeah.
18 years. Hiddleston has become an expert in cooking, having both replicated dishes from memory and created new ones. He shows no signs of ceasing as he begins attempting to crossbreed various plants. 37 years. Hiddleston continues his endeavours, though he begins to show signs of weariness and boredom. 81 years. Hiddleston has once again regressed into a depressive state. He seeks out other ways to occupy his time and eventually begins studying construction. He starts building tools and equipment for building. 101 years. After a great deal of trial and error, Hiddleston assembles his first house. He continues building. 287 years. Through a constant maintaining of trees and frequent building projects, Hiddleston is able to cover the island with rudimentary structures. He then focuses his efforts towards maintaining and upgrading structures until he has mastered their fortification. 416 years. Hiddleston, through study, experimentation, and experience, has managed to fully fortify each structure into usable housing. He begins expanding his structures, adding extra stories and decor, as well as building various watercrafts. 850 years. Hiddleston's efforts slowly start winding down again as his ability to produce lumber and harvest natural resources reaches equilibrium with his construction expansion. He starts to tear down and rebuild structures in new ways, remixing them over centuries. 2009 years. Despite his frequent activity, Hiddleston shows worsening symptoms of depression and anxiety, and he starts to seriously consider the concept of endless life in the SCP. His mental state continues to degrade as he searches for ways to keep a sound mind. 5,478 years. Hiddleston starts tearing through his structures without reason. The whole village is torn down after several months. He starts rebuilding again. 11,902 years. Hiddleston attacks the three women, tearing their bodies apart. He shows symptoms of severe stress after doing so, and attempts but fails to take his own life by drowning himself. He continues to build over time, but he disperses his project with bodily harm to himself. 19,600 years. The three women are fully reassembled. By this point, Hiddleston has grown numb to the concept of violence and begins bodily experimentation on them.
Jesus.
124,000 years. Hiddleston built a crude structure designed to crush him to death under the weight of several thousand tons of lumber and stone. Upon activation, it completely mangles and destroys his body. 900,000 years. Hiddleston is fully healed. That's the worst part, I would say. The fucking 800,000 years it took to fucking regenerate from that.
Well, no, keep reading.
While the experience appears to have been unbearably painful for him, the stimulus allows him relief from the boredom. He repeats the process in multiple different fashions.
Because that whole time he's reforming, like Palpatine fixing his broken bones.
He's like, such inspiration.
Mojito.
5,800,000 years. Hiddleston burns himself alive. His body is fully reduced to ashes before the fire naturally dissipates. 16 million years. Hiddleston is fully healed. He makes many similar self-destructive attempts on himself, but each time grows more numb to the experience.
1,200,000,000.
Yeah, 1,200,000,000. Hiddleston ceases to exhibit rationalities. He struggles to find new stimuli as the millennia pass. 8,500,000,000,000. Right?
8,500,000,000.
Yeah. Hiddleston tries to leave. He fails. 30 billion years. Hiddleston looks towards the sun. It has not set. 1 trillion years. Hiddleston ceases physical activity as no experience is able to provide him with new stimuli.
Jesus Christ.
5 times 10 to the power of 28 years.
With actually a factorial as well. And then a footnote. A number too large to ever represent in standard notation.
All potential permutations of particles within the SCP have been theoretically reached. 10 to the power of 100 years. 1 second of eternity has passed.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, they Doctor Who'd him.
So I was right.
Yeah.
That was still fucking a great... Oh, Calibol,
That's very
upvote
good.
13 out of 10.
I like this one a lot.
Ooh. See, this is why I hope when I die it's just over. I don't want to go to like heaven or hell.
No.
I don't want none of that afterlife shit.
Now, what you say before, like, immortality, no good. But this was a mix of immortality and being stuck on like a small island. So I feel like if I was immortal,
I guess if
any
you're immortal,
entities are listening to this and want to,
if you're immortal in the ever-changing world with human beings,
well, you might get a little bit sad that like your friend died.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can make new
but like,
friends.
do you think heaven and hell are changing? Do you think they get like new game consoles and shit? Like, I'm pretty sure all that is. I mean, there's other afterlives aside from that. That's just mostly what I'm familiar with. Is like all you're really doing is either suffering constantly or becoming one with God, whatever that is. So like it would be the same as being.
I
stuck
always
on
pictured
an
it
island.
like fucking Death Note, where they're all looking down, like, what are you looking at, Ryuk?
Oh man, I don't know. I wouldn't want it.
I would want it if I was not stuck in like a fixed location.
Yeah,
if I could just be like a little mischievous man popping up and causing havoc.
You think you want it until you experience all permutations of particles.
Well, yeah, if I have an off switch for immortality, I'll press it then. And be like, okay, I've had enough now.
No more, please.
I press the switch and nothing happens. It's like,
and that's the thing too. Like he makes hobbies like the whole farm and the construction, but he has limited resources.
So
he can't like build a computer.
The good part, the thing I like in this is that it's not just like straight up. I'm here so long because he comes back for a bit.
Yeah, he keeps trying.
He keeps coming,
and he doesn't get to the really fucked up stuff for a pretty long amount of time. Like longer than written history before he starts mutilating people.
Exactly, he was a saint.
Yeah. I would have been like, as soon as I figured out they were NPCs, I would have been murdering them on like year 10 just to see.
I thought you were saying like day 3.
No. Like after year 10, I'd be like, what would happen if I kill you? And then I would do.
When we come on that, I'm like, what's going on? It's like, hello, we are NPCs. It's like, no, really. It's like such inspiration.
That's your favorite quote. Mojito with the cross hands. Alright, that was a good one, though. Good fucking... We gotta get Calibald on at some time.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great as a guest. I'll see if I can
Anthology, winning as always.
Yeah, for real. But anyway, enough about the fucking wiki. It's time
for the
fucking
fucking comments.
The comment reading. It's what everyone comes to town for. What should we call this episode, by the way?
What was it you were talking about earlier? At the start, you were saying a funny anecdote. Or you were telling me that something.
I was telling you about my dad and my hairband, I think.
D is for...
Like One Piece. What'd you say?
The Will of D.
The Will of D. I like the Will of D. Alright, and then
the
I
Will
don't
of
think
Dermatology, actually. The Will of Dermatology.
Will of Dermatology. I do like that.
I'm Monkey Dermatology Luffy.
See, we can't call it E for Eternity, too, because our last episode was E for Exorcism. Alright, let's read this.
Tell me what the crowd's saying.
Of course. Gayled Mills says, oh god, there's 171 episodes and I'm still at 33. Slowly getting there. Keep up the good work. Real Sir says, the CNN reading is top-notch content. JTKC says, this episode has the best intro in podcast history. Got me cackling in the street like a madman. Thank you, Mr. Chan. That's the one where you went for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, because I forgot to record it.
Yeah, for poor animals.
It was a fucking 2-minute apology.
10 out of 10 episode. Hope the teeth are feeling better, Darnell. Thank you, they are. Have a good week, guys. Smile. NT says, as a manga reader now, the only form of anime I consume is through YouTube clips and videos. Same. As such, I'm split on whether to read the Bleach manga, because the ending's going to be different.
I would recommend the Bleach anime for the last arc, I would say.
Tan told me to read the manga up until the last arc and then watch the anime.
I would say, because it's very much, even like so far, is a greatly expanded version of the last arc.
On a side, you know what is good about Bleach and Naruto, though, right? Like older anime, is because they're so slower paced. You can like be on your phone or like work on something else while you're watching, and then look back in, and like you don't miss much. Yeah. Well, like I'm saying that, but not even joking. Like it's kind of relaxing to just have it on as background noise. When I watch a modern show, because it's like actually paced good, I have to like pay attention the whole time I'm watching. That takes up a half hour. But if you're watching through Bleach, you can just have it in the corner while you're like doing your studying or homework or whatever, and it's totally chill. You'll know what's happening still. So that's kind of been my experience with Shippuden. Oh, he says, on a side note, I'm using Opera GX with a lo-fi mod that starts playing lo-fi music whenever there's more than 1 second of silence. Nightmarish. So whenever I pause a video, there's silence during a video or stream, I get jump scared by lo-fi. Still a pretty good mod, though.
I'm going to be honest with you, that sounds awful.
Yeah, me too. I want one that's just Tanhoney screaming whenever there's silence for 1 second. Yeah, the fucking Five Nights at Freddy's scream you do. B. Winchester says, oh my god, you read my tale. I've never been so happy to have my writing called sufficiently mediocre in my life.
I'm going to assume Darnell said that.
I didn't say that.
I must have said it then.
Neither of us did. We just were like...
I don't know, it sounds like something I would say.
Sufficiently mediocre. Actually, that you might have said that.
I think I did say that.
To answer, we gaslighted you into believing you said that.
Or we've collectively just gaslighted myself.
Oh, man. To answer your questions, the article is not part of a series, but is actually a cold post, and my first ever tale I wrote for the wiki. I wrote it because someone had requested I write a story involving that specific SCP, and so I decided to try it out for funsies. The idea is that Alexandria / Dr. Sycamore is showing around a new recruit who represents the younger generation of researchers, keeps getting flashbacks to her original orientation, blah, 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 blah. So with all that, I definitely understand your feedback and agree. Welcome Home Again or Two Time are probably the best out of my tales anyway. Plus, I actually got fan art drawn for it. Nice. I will say, and I want to give a shout out to every artist on our server who's ever done it. There's something like truly magical about getting fan art of something you've made. It's like someone liked what we made or did enough to like go out of their way and draw something, and it's just like it's always like the most heartwarming thing in my life. Like it's literally like the Grinch when his heart grows 3 sizes. It's an amazing feeling. So I'm very happy you got to experience that. Still absolutely amazing to hear you read this. Truly made my day. Anyways, great episode as always. Thank you so much. One last thing, Darnell. You inspired me to do a little art piece of Cassie, so here's that. Have wonderful days. Hold on, I'm opening this.
Check a look.
What is this? It's loading. It's loading really slowly for some reason.
It's because it's so much detail. I think it's...
Oh, no, it's because I have hardware, what's it called, turned off because I was streaming stuff. No, it's turned on.
I think it's just a very big file size.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I like it.
So this will take a minute before I can actually look at it.
Council will surely reward you for these efforts.
I would tell Anomalous to put these on screen, but I don't know if you want them on screen. So Anomalous... actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Tan, just put this in the description, maybe? Question?
Oh, yeah, sure.
This looks really cool. Look at her go. I love Cassie, bros.
Imagine if, like, you dropped Cassie in a glass of water and the piece of paper she's on.
She died?
Yeah.
Imagine if you lit a match at the end of her paper and she's trying to run away, but there's only so much space.
You have 5 council looking at us in horror.
This was a completely necessary experiment.
No, they would never. They love Cassie.
Shaithalia says, E.
True.
Skullguy says, so I wrote my first SCP. Author voice activated. What's author voice? What should I do for the voice? I'll do Skipper. I beheld it with great admiration and adored it as my own son. Life had been so drab and meaningless, but this brought me new purpose. But such joy is doomed to die in this world. The sun set on my production, and a new dawn came with the advent of Gret on the horizon. I saw again what my hands had wrought and had become of public opinion. It was disgusted by what I saw. Ignorance, foolishness, inexperience! My work was not but twigs tied together to resemble a hut. Great episode, guys. I found myself conflicted on the nuts, whether to feel scared or... Oh, okay, buddy. There's too much of both out there, you know? See you guys next week. Dad, you better keep your promise.
I already forgot the promise. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. Don't feel too down about crit. I assume you're doing that as like a bit, but like it's good to learn from like your mistakes and grow. Like I never look at my old writing. I look at it and I might cringe a little, but I never look at my writing and old writing and I'm like, you're such a fucking idiot, Darnell. I like look at it and I'm like, you know what? I see how far I've come. Comedy Man Kelp says, okay, this is a very long comment. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
A is for Anomalous, B is for Banker Paul, C is for Comedy Man Kelp, D is for Darnell, E is episodes, of which there are 171. F is for 55, which we need to talk about. I can't keep saying this. G is for Combat Chimpanzee War. H is for Holders. I is for Insert Clever Name Here. J is for Jude's Bizarre Advent. This is a long comment. I'm cutting off your comment. I've cut it. Shh. But I appreciate the effort you put in. People really seem to like this one. Very, very good. Very positive reception for Comedy Man Kelp, as always. We love you, buddy. An Anomalous Writer says, new record for that warning section. Ah! Also, one of the articles read it not like the others.
Reddit Anomalous?
Anomalous is the only person allowed to say le. If anyone after the year of our Lord 2012 says le, that isn't a French person, I will execute them on
you
sight.
You seriously trying to tell people what they can say? Lasai.
Yeah, I am. Kioma Red says, hey y'all, I started listening to you guys in May of this year as I have a new job that can keep me on the road for large chunks of time, depending on where in the state I'm working on any given day. I've been slowly catching up, having finished episode 139 this morning, and will probably listen to 140 and 141 on the way home this evening. Just wanted to say that y'all have excellent chemistry that keeps me entertained and usually laughing, even on the longest drives. Thank you for doing what you do. I'm gonna cry. I'm activating my heart. What is this organ in my chest? Who put it here? Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm glad we entertained. Whew. All right. Well, I think that's everything. Any closing remarks?
No, as you say, I think that is everything. I hope you enjoyed.
Right. Anything you wanted to plug?
Read Aetherial Space.
Yeah, read Aetherial Space. If you're not reading it, you really should be. Both because it's good and because there needs to be more people in the Aetherial Space roleplay to keep that going. Because that is going nuts right now.
Yeah.
My friend sent me an image of like a giant pit bull fighting a baby with a sword. I'll have to send this to you. Hang on. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.